Members may speak to items on the agenda on which the board will take action and may also address the board on other items not on the agenda but within our jurisdiction during the general comment period. You will have 3 minutes to present your comments. Please remember to direct your comments to the board. Public comments are not intended to be question and answer periods. I have received 2 cards at this time. First up, Mr. Mark Graham, followed by Mr. Eric Windheim. Thank you, sir. You have 3 minutes.
Thank you. Good morning, President Kurth, board members, and staff. My name is Mark Graham, and I live in Elk Grove. You may have seen the letter to the editor that was published in the Sacramento Bee last Thursday. I'm going to read it to you. The title is Opt for Analog Meters. Regarding a previous Bee column called From Local Cops to NSA Secrets, Let Sunshine In. That was March 15th. So here's my letter. Sunshine, parentheses, information, is needed at the Sacramento Municipal Utility District. 3 years ago, SMUD voted to allow customers to have their smart meters removed and replaced with a safe, reliable, and accurate analog meter. SMUD never notified its customers. Consequently, 99% of SMUD customers do not know that they have this option for protecting their health. This is a consumer choice issue. Radiation exposure from cell phones and Wi-Fi is discretionary, but not with SMUD smart meters. Many Sacramentans have gotten sick because of SMUD smart meters and served SMUD with declarations of harm at SMUD Board meetings. You have seen these, by the way. There is no biological safety standard. SMUD smart meters transmit microwave radiation 13,000 times a day at levels thousands of times higher than scientifically known to be bioactive and cause biological effects. If, and this is a quote from something that was in the Bee's editorial, democracy depends on everyone having all the information, end quote, then SMUD should notify all customers of the analog meter option. That's it. Well, I've been saying this to the board. I've been handing you written proposals on this, and what is your response? Essentially, your response is this. Too bad. We're still not going to tell anybody. Why? Because this is our big secret. We are following the international smart meter agenda, and you, our customers, are screwed, and there's nothing you can do about it. I'm looking forward to the day when SMUD changes your tune on that. Now, the last meeting I asked the directors, what benefits have you received from your smart electric meter? 6 of the 7 directors had nothing to say about any benefits that you received. Only Director Slayton mentioned cost savings, which he claimed would be passed along to the customers. I'm asking you again, because the entire premise of smart meters is that, customers needed more information than they were able to get from their analog meter. And if they had that information, they would do certain things like rearrange their schedules to take advantage of time of use pricing. Is that true? Have you done that? What benefits have you received? Last thing, Mr. Frederick Franklin came and talked to this board a couple of times. What I understand is you have billed him $500 per month. He has an average size house. He doesn't run the heater or the air conditioning. And you sent somebody out and looked in the matter and considered the matter closed, which means you're just going to continue to bill him $500 per month. You are absolutely taking advantage of this man, Mr. Franklin. You should acknowledge that your smart meter is broken, and that's why his bills are over $500. They ought to be closer to $50 or $60 a month. Please do the right thing by this man. Thank you.
Oh, sorry. Next up, Mr. Windheim.
Good evening, Board. My name is Eric Windheim, and I am the Director of Sacramento Smart Meter Awareness. SMUD is violating its FCC grant of equipment authorization. Until SMUD proves otherwise, it is a demonstrable fact that SMUD is violating the FCC grant of equipment authorization for the required 20-centimeter, 8-inch minimum separation distance of the antenna in the biologically experimental smart meter from all persons. Most of SMUD's biologically experimental smart meters are deployed in a manner that does not prevent a person from getting their body closer than 8 inches, and that's the violation. Now, SMUD Chief Legal Counsel Laura Lewis made the following unsupported statements regarding my factual submissions that I provided the board for the last 2 meetings. Claim 1, any claim that SMUD has not complied with the FCC grant of equipment authorization is completely without merit. 2, FCC has authorized the use of smart meters and found them safe for use in the United States. Safe for what? Safe for who? FCC has concluded that because the antenna associated with the smart meters lie within the enclosure, a de facto minimum separation distance is always maintained. Well, how much is that separation distance? 4, the FCC has found that the 20 centimeter separation distance is conservative. According to who? 5, recent measurement data demonstrates that FCC guidelines would never be exceeded even when a person touched the meter. And where's that documentation? So I know that Laura Lewis speaks for the record for SMUD, since she is the Chief Legal Officer, and I hereby make an official public records request for the following. 1, the specific documents that SMUD Chief Legal Counsel Laura Lewis used to support each of her claims that she made on the record. 2, any and all declarations that were submitted to the public by the public about smart meters. And the word declaration would appear in the document normally at the heading or within the first sentence, so it would be very easy to search for it. Now, I believe there have been several dozen people like that over the last 2 3/4 years. And how can SMUD have a perfect safety record when there's been dozens of people that came in with sworn declarations suitable for testimony in court that, number 1, the smart meter hurt them, and number 2, they felt much better when they got the analog meter back? We need to look into that, and SMUD must act immediately on this, particularly in the light of the admission of Michael Peavy, president of the California Public Utility Commission, that smart meters really are hurting people. This is a public health and safety issue that needs to be addressed immediately. Thank you.
Okay, that concludes the public comment period for today.
So, President Kurth, may I just make a
Oh, sure.
brief statement? As I explained last board meeting, I'm quite confident that SMUD is complying with the FCC requirements, and I'll be more than happy to provide Mr. Windheim with the letter from the FCC that I have found. So I will provide that to him as soon as possible.
Thank you. If there is no further actions to come before the board at this time, we will adjourn the SMUD Board of Directors meeting and reconvene as the Joint Powers Authority.